souls quietly behind the doors are bleeding us just for fun. Men of power telling lies with shifty hands and thirsty eyes, and they can smell your fear like blood. Oh, my weary soul, we met your kind before. Set fire to a soul.
Alright, so there's the first scorpion pop. There he goes in one hit, and I can see an owl Ming out in the distance. Now, my 40% death mark additional damage is not ready, but bam! That's what it still looked like. Now, with the damage boost running, this is what will happen then. What's up, friends? This is Manni, and welcome to the ultimate outshone being the new Hawk in the game. Because this is going to be your anti-Titan robot going forward. No longer the Hawk, because the Hawk, as we know, barely has any time to fly, and the damage is not really that great anyways, and physical shield block the laser, and whatever, right? There's a million reasons why the Hawk can't do its job anymore. The new Outshun in Ultimate version, however, will. Look at this. The flamethrowers on him, and look how quick he goes down. Jeez, look at this. That is insane, man. That was one flight and he lost 90 to 30% health. Welcome to the next crazy stuff in War Robots, like this. Pop! Executed. Yes, 15 to 25% range, somewhere like that. Here a Titan. Pop! Executed. Yes, that's fair. That's War Robots now. You press a button and things just die. And it wouldn't even be so terrible if we hadn't, as a community as a whole, with every single person, player, YouTuber, refused and rejected the executioner module on the test server before. Pixonic acted like they listened to us, they didn't bring the module, and here it is, built into a robot! Woo! Yes, we love when you don't listen to us, Pixonic, because clearly, you know better, yeah? I wasn't able to hit him. Let's let him activate our overdrive. I need our overdrive.
If you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? Pick your battles wisely, son. He says you're hold on to what you found. You don't want them slandering your name when they find you face down on the muddy side of town. So keep your eyes on the road ahead and do your best not to stray too far. You see the end's gonna come now soon enough. It don't matter who you are. So don't think no less of your humble possessions when you see all the money they hold. Cause all the gold they got ain't gonna change a thing. And it ain't gonna save their souls. Cause where we been.
So, here we go with another one, ladies and gents. Let's see what we can do. At least the leech is able to walk, and it's not completely... What's up, friends? This is Manni, and this is a disclaimer, which I rarely ever do. The following gameplay video and my commentary is not for everyone. There's gonna be harsh emotions, screaming, there will be the use of very bad language, and it's all related to the experience you can make in War Robots when it really becomes the worst game in the universe for you. You're just trying to have some fun, test something, and Pixonic being so ultimate stupid to bring ultimate weapons into the game that literally one-shot kill you, and that even around corners without even seeing you. And then on the test server, everybody running this. What you see now is going to be completely unfiltered. This is me giving you the worst of worst and not cutting it out, but actually cutting it together for you, just so you get a feel of what the worst game in the universe looks like. And something that Pixonic should probably learn from, but hey, I know we're talking about Pixonic. He's coming around with the ultimate shock train. Guess that wasn't necessary in that situation. So, I already lost a lot of health from the ultimate shock train and another lot of more health from the other ultimate shock train. That's what happens when nobody plays something different. And swoop! There goes another little shot sneaked into the corner. These weapons even somehow bend around obstacles. You know? So again, 2 out of 3 enemies are running ultimate shock train. And boom, shock train, bye bye, cheers. So much damage. Uh-oh. Phase shift, okay. Now I'm too slow to push him. And I'm still dead. Even though he has been recharging his weapon, he still did 350,000 damage in that short recharge of his weapons. And boom, 240k. GG, my friend. Well played on your part. Let's shoot this over here. Alright, we can hit him for a second. And boom, another fully loaded shock train build came around the corner and ended what would have been a really good clip to pump into him. Because of course, every robot that they have must be an ultimate shock train. So I just lost basically 90% of my HP in a split second, man. In a split second. I just spawned here, walked 1 meter, I got hit by one thing for 1 second, and I basically lost 90% of my health. Okay, I'm firing back at him. He killed himself with the shock train because I was chaining over to him. That was hilarious. Serves you right. So, here we go with another one, ladies and gents. Let's see what we can do. At least the leech is able to walk. It's not completely... You cannot play! You cannot play this game! You can't! Everyone does it! Everyone! At least with the leech we can do something that will prevent us from getting one-shotted by ultimate shock trains. It really, every match simply revolves around this now. Is there enough players in the game that aren't running it? Can you have fun in this match? Is it possible to test something here? The answer is always how much ultimate shock train is there on the pop. Somebody died, and I just died from the passive chain. What did I have? 2/3 of my robot or half? How much did I have? I just died completely just from the shock train hit. That wasn't even a direct hit at me. It was a hit at somebody else, and I just took the chain. And it basically one-tapped me. And he didn't fire. I was counting on him to fire there. And there he is. Watch my 460,000 HP go down in 1 hit. No, he first goes in safety. 460,000 health. 1 shot. How is this allowed to happen? Every death is purely shock train related. They must see the stats. 90% of the deaths and destruction of robots are shock train kills. I can't even leech him. I can't leech him because he's cloaked. Here, outplayed you. There's an